Welcome back to Parenting Pulse. Today, we're talking about the missing emotion in parenting. Guilt. Not the soul-crushing kind, but the healthy kind that teaches kids to fix mistakes. Ready?
Oh, yeah. Social media's full of parents yelling you should be ashamed. Total chaos. But isn't guilt just bad?
Not if you do it right. Let's start with an interesting 2010 study in child development. Doan and Wang followed 71 European American and 60 Chinese immigrant parent, preschooler pairs in the U.S. They video-coded every single emotion word during shared storybook chats. Guess what?
And the winner is... European American parents used guilt-related language in approximately 19% of their emotion talk. In contrast, Chinese American parents used such language only about 4% of the time, effectively refraining from guilt references. They rarely used guilt words like "you hurt me" or "that was wrong." Instead, they leaned on sad, angry, or scared emotions tied to harmony, not personal responsibility.
Yeah, here's the style difference. Chinese immigrant parents focused on behavior and social harmony. They'd say something like, "The bear is walking to the market. He carries a basket. Look, he's helping his friend. No guilt, no blame, like you made him sad." Action-focused, rule-oriented, emphasizes cooperation and restoring order. In contrast, European American parents leaned into emotions and mental states. They'd say, "Look, the bear is sad because he lost his basket. How do you think he feels?" Emotion-rich, empathy-building helps kids name feelings and understand personal impact, focuses more on the bear's internal state and how the child might relate to or affect it.
So one style is about fixing the problem together, and the other is about feeling the impact. Like mom saying he broke the rule. He feels bad because he knows it was wrong. What should he say? The kid responding, "Sorry."
Boom. Internal standard planted.
That's fascinating. I guess both styles teach empathy just in different ways.
Totally. One through emotional reflection, the other through action and support.
Another interesting study. Reconnect 2023, about 100 Dutch kids, ages 2 to 5. In a lab setup, researcher brings out a favorite toy, a floppy dog. Kid plays, then snap. Velcro trick makes the arm break. Researcher winces. "Ouch, my doggy."
Classic guilt bait. What did they find?
Kids reacted in two totally different ways. Some looked up with wide eyes and soft voices, saying things like "I fix." "Hug doggy." They jumped in to help, apologized more, and made eye contact. Others shrank down, lowered their heads, and went quiet. They clung to their parents and were slower to help. One group leaned into repair, the other into retreat.
And what about the parents?
When parents responded warmly and talked about feelings, like saying "how sad is she?" kids were more likely to feel healthy guilt and want to make things right. In fact, those kids showed a noticeable boost in guilt and were less likely to spiral into shame. But when parents stayed cold or didn't say much, shame shot up.
So here's your script. Oops, doggy got hurt. You feel bad? That's your heart saying sorry. Let's fix it together.
30 seconds of warmth can shape a conscience.
Another game-changer recent study, a 2025 meta-analysis by Van Eichels and team, in child development, crunched data from over 50 studies, that's more than 19,000 kids and teens, to reveal how our parent-child bonds either fuel healthy guilt or spark toxic shame.
Kick us off. What's the big picture here?
Absolutely. This isn't just fluff. It's a roadmap for every parent feeling the weight of those oops moments.
The study splits relationships into positive ones, like consistent warmth and support, and dysfunctional ones, think rejection or criticism. Key bombshell? Positive bonds boost adaptive guilt, that helpful nudge saying, "Hey, fix this mistake." We're talking a solid correlation, meaning kids in warm homes are more likely to own up, apologize, and grow from slip-ups. It's like emotional training wheels for empathy.
Love that. So it's not about never messing up. It's the steady "I've got you" vibe that turns guilt into a superpower. But flip side?
Spot on. Dysfunctional dynamics? They amp up shame, the "I'm broken" spiral with link to rejection-heavy homes. And maladaptive guilt. That endless self-beatdown clocks in at across ages 5 to 18. Mostly US samples, but holding cross-culturally, it shows warmth buffers shame while criticism cranks it. Bottom line, your daily "I see you kiddo" isn't optional, It's wiring their moral compass.
Like when a kid messes up? That's it. Recognize, repair, reconnect. Subtle, but powerful.
Totally. And when you zoom out, the patterns are clear. In one style, it's more like, sad, let's help.
At it. Harmony over blame.
Exactly. Now flip to the other. The emotion talk includes guilt. You'll hear things like, you hurt her. How do you think she feels? Let's fix it.
So one style says, feel sad, offer help. The other says, you caused hurt, now repair.
Both can build empathy. So Baumrind's authoritative parenting style says, use that 20% wisely. Guilt isn't the enemy, it's a bridge to empathy.
Exactly. It's not about shame, it's about guiding repair. So here's one action tip for the next spill, fight, or fib. 1. That hurt his feelings. 2. How do you think he feels? And 3. Let's fix it together. 20% guilt, 100% growth. No chaos, no rigidity.
It's wild to think that in some families, guilt isn't even part of the emotional toolkit.
Pretty much. And that's not wrong. It's cultural. But here's the catch. Healthy guilt is a superpower. In another classic study by Kochanska and colleagues in Child Development, 2002, they brought 106 moms and toddlers into a lab playroom and set up a clever oops moment. The child was given a researcher's favorite toy that secretly broke when touched. In about 20% of cases, moms used gentle guilt induction things like, oh no, that was her special doll. How do you think she feels? Let's fix it and say sorry. Those kids showed more guilt, more apologies, and stronger consciences by age 5. Real emotions, perfectly captured.
Beautiful. No yelling. Just warmth plus mental state talk. When parents did that, kids repaired the situation faster, hugging, apologizing, building conscience. Harsh tone? Kids shut down or avoid.
Interesting. So instead of you're bad, say, that broke, how do we fix it? It's action, not shame. It reflects authoritative parenting. Warm, firm, and teaching what to do next. It wires the brain through neural reinforcement. Dopamine from repair strengthens PFC pathways for self-regulation. Amazing science.
Turns out dopamine isn't just about instant pleasure, it actually helps us wait for good things. A 2025 study showed boosting that dopamine made people 20% more willing to wait for bigger rewards. So when kids wait patiently and get a reward, like a hug or praise, dopamine kicks in. That feel-good signal helps their brain remember the habit. Over time, waiting becomes wired in. It's not just self-control, it's brain chemistry saying, this feels good. Let's do it again. People who were good at delaying gratification as children later show stronger connections between the prefrontal cortex, the brain's control center, and reward areas. This helps build better self-regulation and decision-making in adulthood.
So, are you saying guilt can actually prevent bad behavior, though?
Good question. Studies have found that it does. A 2013 meta-analysis in Psychological Bulletin reviewed 42 studies over 8,000 kids, ages 3 to 18. Kids who felt healthy guilt, not shame, after hurting others were 25% less likely to show aggression, bullying, or antisocial behavior. Why? Guilt motivates repair and drives healing, not avoidance.
So, I should point out the impact?
Exactly. Say, that hurt your sister's feelings. What can you do to help her feel better? Then guide the fix. An apology, a drawing, a hug. Research supports the power of recognize, repair, reconnect, showing higher empathy, drop in aggression, and stronger sibling bonds. Amazing.
That's brain-changing stuff.
It is. Guilt activates the anterior cingulate cortex, the brain's oops detector. When kids recognize harm, repair it, and reconnect, they build empathy circuits that last. Skip this? You get avoidance or defiance.
Great point. It sounds simple, but it is not. It turns out, guilt doesn't mean the same thing everywhere. In some cultures, guilt blends with shame or even pity. Like in Italian and Brazilian contexts, the word pena can mean I feel bad, I feel sorry, or I feel guilty, all rolled into one. So measuring guilt across cultures? Tricky business. You're not just asking, do you feel bad? You're decoding emotional language.
That's why tools need cultural tuning. Otherwise, we miss how kids actually process harm and repair. Moral of the story. Guilt isn't one size fits all, and neither is repair. It's shaped by language, culture, and how we talk about feelings. As parents, it helps to stay curious about how our kids process harm. Are they shutting down, people-pleasing, or leaning into repair? Watch the tone, timing, and cultural weight of our words. Because sometimes, I'm sorry lands better as can I help fix it.
So guilt isn't just American?
Nope, it's universal, when used right. The key? Never shame the child. Shame says you're bad. Guilt says you did something bad. Let's fix it. That's the growth zone. My 6-year-old broke his brother's Lego ship. I used to say, "You're so careless," total shame spiral. Now I say, "That ship broke. How can we rebuild it together?" He cried, apologized, and we rebuilt it in 20 minutes. No yelling. He even said, "I feel better now."
Next time something breaks, use the 3 R's. 1. Recognize. That hurt your friend's feelings. 2. Repair. What can you do to help? 3. Reconnect. End with a hug, high five, or I love you.
So good. Flagging this mentally. And that is a wrap for our Parenting Pulse Check today. Till next time, remember, when we guide kids through repair instead of shame, we're not just fixing the moment, we're wiring their hearts for empathy, courage, and connection. That's the kind of parenting that lasts.
I'm sold. Parents, try the same book by Mercer Mayer used in emotional development studies. Frog, where are you? Describe what you see and talk about the character's feelings. Use phrases like, how do you think he feels right now? Keep it warm and simple. Or hand the book to your child, let them tell the story. You'll hear empathy and social perspective awareness unfold naturally.
Love it. Drop an emoji in the comments if you're trying this. Next week, more emotions that grow kids. Until then, recognize, repair, reconnect, and thank you for tuning in.